Okay, Timmy, smile for the camera. Timmy, you're a superstar and it's time the world knows it, all right? Okay, fine. Hi everyone. So, earlier today, I had a treat of a morning with the one, the only, Deana, Bonelli? Shit. I think her last name is Bonelli. It's Italian. There's definitely an Ellie in it. So, Bonelli. Kind of like that. Um, at Peace Mediumship is how you could also find her. Now, I did a session on her, but the way that her and I we're beginning to explore some untapped territory together. That's an alliteration. It was a lot of T's in a row, okay? In this untapped territory, we are teetering towards together. Holy shit. Basically, I fully tap in as the vessel, right? And I'm doing all the weird things, all the moving, all the just acting as a vessel, a channel for to optimize the work being done. Kind of like assisting the process of holding the space in the physical. Because Deana is a channel herself, because she is clairvoyant, clairaudient, because she can use her own abilities to tap into the work that I'm doing. It's basically a fun little joyride of us doing a session, her guides, my energy team doing a session on her together, and her explaining it. So, yeah, I guess you could say it's a good time, okay? I don't think I need to say much more than that, other than I will say I chose to do this on Zoom on my phone, straight up and down. It's kind of annoying. Quality is kind of bad. Sounds kind of bad. Okay. Anyway, I thought, if you're interested in weird like this is for you. If you're wondering what a session is like, this is for you. If you're like, wow, I'd love for both of them to do a session on me at once. That doesn't have to be weird. We'll get to that. Give us a week's time to sort of better understand how we can do this together. But if nothing else, you guys, it's just entertaining. It's cool. The stuff we're doing, we're communicating with our guides. Deanna's explaining what she's seeing. We're in multiple dimensions. I'm speaking other languages, moving my body around like a freak. You can't go wrong with this watch. So without further ado, here we go. I kind of just cut right into I skipped the intro stuff because that's boring. We get right into the meat of it. Okay, goodbye.
That was much better. All right, so let's just go ahead and get started. Last couple days, I'm just going to be totally open. I'm not going to try to tune in for words, even though it's helpful. I'm just going to kind of, like you said, it just feel like they're like, just let your body lead. So we're just going to do that. As always, let me know anything you're seeing, feeling, experiencing, noticing within your body, within your visuals, etc. He said we want to ask that she allow for this to enter her field in a stronger way. How do you
Okay.
how do you recommend we do that? Okay, take a deep breath together, and on exhale, we're just gonna let go of everything, everything, everything. Raising both of our frequencies up into a more suitable vibration for the work we're doing. Mhm.
It's interesting. I always see these like spinning. Okay, when they show like what an angel would really look like, and it's the eye with the spinning thing. I always see like one of those around us, and it's funny they were like allow us in like in a bigger way, and I was like, okay, I see that expanding, and then you're like, okay, we're gonna raise our vibration, and then I feel like the level split, for lack of
Whoa.
better words, like the planes of dimensionality. What? Okay,
Hmm.
like
No,
split.
yeah, that's totally because that's what it is. That's what I've described it is like they have to bring us up here in order for this
Mhm.
work to take place. And
Yeah.
they have to, our vessels collectively have to be like free and open enough to allow that to like happen. It's
Yes.
like they're showing something like meditating, but they're levitating up, but they have that grounding
Mm.
cord down there connected. Okay, they're just saying we ask that you both consciously stabilize yourselves within this like higher frequency. Okay, so I just connected like both of ours together to one other
Hmm.
one, and our nymphs are watching it. I think they're just pushing for our like added intention with all this because it really just
Yes,
amplifies everything.
definitely. And I feel my team here with me. I did see, I'm wondering if that was Osha or one of your nymphs that I saw.
It was the nymphs.
Because it was smaller. Osha usually comes to me and she's like taller than you.
All right, so someone's blue hand is like gently just kind of like moving us into correct positioning for this.
Mm.
Which is, I think, emphasizing getting us into the right vibration, receptive vibration. Okay, releasing some stuff that's in dissonance so that we can anchor in here.
Have you had any like insectoids around you
They've been
recently?
around a lot lately.
Okay. I
Are
have
you
one.
seeing that?
I am.
Oh.
One specifically.
So Chelsea told me there's a blue one that works with OSHA in her little bunker thing.
Mm.
It felt like the one I've been seeing. It depends because sometimes I could tell they're for the person I'm working on, and sometimes, but I've been seeing them a lot.
Okay.
So that's interesting. Totally go with that. See if you can get any
Yeah.
info on this guy.
Okay. It definitely, yeah, this one is female. Let's see. I'm seeing,
Oh,
so it doesn't look quite like a mantid. It's like an insectoid, but it's a different like sub category.
she's like an ant-ish, kind of like a big ant, kind of.
This head was like elongated, not square per
Mm.
se, but like I see like the antennas in the back and like the face comes down but more elongated, and the color was, to me, looked partially gray.
Okay.
So there could be some blue or green in there, but like some
Hmm.
gray as well. This feels like an elder.
Hmm.
Can you come closer? Okay, and she's just making it known that she's here to assist.
Ha 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 ushi arti arata ushu iara siara te kri ishiara tus umvasiara te ala shiara oara te kri oa shiara sarate umbasarate iara te kria shoro tu shurupi arate cruz umbasarate ashala tu ua umbasarate Oshiarase, asharate, alarasare, arate, bashia, oshia, oshiarate, alate, oshia, ush.
It definitely felt like some lighter, like elevated frequencies like around my head.
Mm. This, do you feel confirm this? Because I thought as you were talking, I could see her smiling at me, and she was like, "Okay, ready?" Like I think that was her speaking. This is how I think we can work together. I just act as the vessel and do this, and you explain what's going on.
That's perfect. I'm all for it. And
Because
I
there's,
I I do, okay. I feel like when you work, there are at some points I feel called to like ask them or prompt them in certain ways as well. Um, I
yeah, go with
feel
it.
like I felt like more Syrians come in at that point, at least three or four.
I'm releasing. Okay, I can see your Arcturians here though now too. They're showing me them. I
Mm.
symbol for them prominently.
Yeah, I started seeing like this, I don't want to say a ship or a container, I'll say.
Hmm.
Um, it felt very like high tech, and they keep speaking on the vessel.
What vessel? What do they mean? Like
I think they're talking
our
our
connected
vessel.
vessel? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Now I'm seeing the names coming in again, doing something from the outside.
Mm.
It's
Okay.
so
I
go
was
ahead.
asking them, I said, how come you don't give me information in words? And they're saying that this work we do together will, like, as time goes on, it will allow me to hear them more clearly. Um, because I get a lot of visuals and I'm like, okay, but I want to hear what are you telling me?
I think it's because there's so many energies here at once that it
Yeah.
can be challenging.
Yeah.
I can tune into OSHA though. Let me just, I'll say tune into OSHA. Just give me, because I want to be able to tell you what we're doing for you. Obviously, I can feel it like we're just doing releasing stuff, or we were. She's like aligning stuff.
Oh, okay. They're showing me like, I got this scene of like an ocean, I'll say, with always on the sandy part, and there's like some rock, but they showed me this like clear crystal formation coming out of the sand. Okay, but they're saying like the energy held within that crystal is kind of like the energies that'll be utilized today. What is it? They refer to these crystalline energies as technology. Interesting. Okay, so it's like almost like I'm looking at this crystalline structure as my physical body, but they're putting my light body inside the crystal.
It's like raising your frequency a lot right now.
Hmm.
Because that's basically like, because I can, everything you're saying, I feel me, like I act as like the, here's something. Sorry, Timmy, sorry. Yes, Deana. Ishi, ishi. Yes.
Oh, Timmy.
She's like, what the heck?
I love her. So cute. Okay, and I'm hearing them say, part of these shifts or upgrades will, yeah, okay. I know they've done this before, but allowing me to hold more within the body. More light? Is that what you mean? More energies, more frequencies?
Yeah, I feel like a massive expansion happening. Anytime I do that, like over thing, it's sort of like a mutating where they're shifting the body in such a dramatic state,
Hmm.
like such a dramatic frequency shift or expansion in order to allow frequency shift. I guess if they will give you words for, okay, I'll just say what I'm feeling. So it's like I'm in our whatever, I can feel stuff on my right hand. There's I guess I would describe it like they're trying to slowly loosen something to peel something off of the top half of your energetic field. I think this will
Okay.
actually be supportive of the expansion, like creating more space. Yeah, they're like lifting the top off, like peeling it off. So now there's like, and it's like your head was already getting too big. Now it's like, oh, okay, Jesus Christ, now we can breathe.
It's interesting. I'm seeing this little girl now. I'm like, okay, is this inner child stuff? Like, what's...
Well, she did put your hands into these little like scanners or like oven things.
Hmm.
Um, and sometimes when she does it, it's to go into like your records.
Okay.
So potentially, I'm definitely feeling action in my heart. Guys, real quick, if you, I know they're gonna like just allow it to unfold, but of course, I'm like, if you have any, if you can give any sort of context as to what we're doing at any point, that'd be helpful.
Okay, I'm hearing like clearing more densities or lower, anything lower vibrational that's still around. Okay, interesting. They're giving me this like analogy of like pouring some out to make room for the higher.
Yeah. Which
stuff.
anytime I ask them that, they're like, this is always what we're doing. Like that's
Yeah,
our and I'm like,
I
okay, all
know.
right.
I'm like, well, how much is left? But it's just stuff. Yeah. Okay, they're like,
And they're transfusing it now. Tell them that if I'm lifting my arms up like this, we collect stuff down there and lift it up. I'm going to assume that we're transmuting stuff. I guess I could tune in and see, but I just like when you do it. It's easier.
okay, they showed me this like container and they're opening the door on the bottom, letting stuff fall out. They close it and then they fill it up with the lighter. Uh,
Yeah,
it's almost like higher frequency like that they're pouring in. That's a interesting
that's good
visual.
confirmation because that's definitely what I've told people before. It's like a vent. It's like a stairwell thing here. They're like,
Mhm.
it goes here, then this is open. I guess what's the point of my hands? I guess I've gotten an answer on this like 6 times.
It's funny, they just told me don't worry about that. Like that's just okay. I feel like what they're saying is, okay, explain that in a different way. Like the baseline is don't worry about what your hands are doing, but essentially, um, it's just, yeah, like the conduit of manipulating the energy or
Yeah. Okay.
okay.
That's a I like that way of phrasing it. Other ways they phrased it is like the embodiment of the work we're trying to do, like the
Hmm.
frequencies we're trying to do. But obviously, I'm like, okay, the way you phrase it makes more sense, I think, to other people as a way to like,
Okay.
right? Because sometimes I'm worried in
Yeah.
sessions that people are like, okay, well, I don't know what you're doing, and I'm just gonna like, wee.
Yeah, but they're also saying it's just not it sometimes the concepts you won't understand because humans don't do this, whereas it's natural for them to use their technologies and manipulate things in certain ways that aren't necessarily like if we were to throw a ball, it makes sense that when we throw the ball goes. They're saying don't worry about what your hands are doing because okay. Yeah, they're kind of just saying it's not something that humans do, so the concept is not in like not important just yet.
Right. Okay. And that's awesome. And I like this because I feel like I'm way more because you're here doing all the other, I can only just be in this flow state and not worry
Yeah.
about.
I love that. Interesting. They're giving me like a bird's eye view of Earth. Okay, what is this? Tell me.
Ooh, ooh, we're in the back of your neck. Ooh, oh, hiarete, ha, ha, huh.
Okay, does this have anything to do with expanding like why they keep telling me knowledge? Okay, what about knowledge? Knowledge and
So
wisdom.
we're in the back of your neck, which is where like stuff is stored. This is what I've gotten from it so far. Stuff is like stored there, like you talked about that one time. Sometimes it's like an input or receiver, but then also
Mm,
they lately they've been in your crown too.
okay.
When we're in that center, it like connects something in there connects to down to the central nervous system too. And like they did something in that for me the other day, and it was just like activating higher knowledge. They said it so simply. Um,
Okay.
so maybe they'll give you more information about what's stored in that energy center on the back of the neck. Like there's definitely several things that happen there, but mm, you're saying to me increasing the ability to like understand higher wavelengths of information, like understand light or information in its higher
Yes.
format.
That makes sense. Okay, they were showing me like this book, so they're like referencing knowledge and the ability to receive it, but it's not what I've currently been experiencing. This is going to be like an upgraded version of
Oh yeah.
receiving knowledge. So that makes sense. That goes together.
Yeah, they're expanding now. Go ahead, take a deep breath.
Ooh, my crown is tingling.
Yeah. They just like opened up our channel, our collective channel right now so that they can like go in. You're doing some tinkering. We are allowing for more information to be received by her vessel in a way that is more conducive to the direction she is moving into. Hmm. She is ready to receive higher versions of light in order to accelerate her journey of stepping into her purpose, her intended role here at this time.
I feel that. It was interesting. They were showing me like Hawaii and a volcano that resides in Hawaii. Is there a volcano in Hawaii?
Yes. Okay. Okay. My friend is in Hawaii right now. It's actively erupting. But when they show me volcanoes, they are referencing in the lava. I associate they'll use that as like a burst in consciousness. Like they will sometimes show me they're literally pouring lava into someone. They open up the channel, pour it in as like higher consciousness, like
Okay.
information. Um,
Interesting.
but my friend is in Hawaii, just an aside, Meredith. I don't know if you've talked to
Oh, is
Meredith.
she in the group? Yeah.
Yes. And she uh like was led to go there. She quit her job recently, was led to go there, was supposed to leave on X day, extended her stay. On the day she was supposed to leave, this volcano like erupted in a bigger way, and she got to go like stand by it and like be next to the lava. It was crazy.
Oh, wow.
But
That's cool.
yeah, I think that's what they're showing you. It's funny that they chose Hawaii though, because I do believe you have Lemurian ties, yes,
Yeah. I
or
do
they've
know
just been
that.
coming around a lot too.
I do have Lemurian ties. Um, past life.
Hmm. Okay, I can see Lemurian energy here now. So are you guys saying that the particular information that you are inputting or allowing Deanna to access is related to her like more embodied remembrance of her Lemurian incarnations or skills there or gifts acquired there or just lifetimes? This is so. She's going to feel a deeper connection to her Lemurian ties in a way that allows for her to access the remembrance within her, like helping to guide her towards. It's almost like this remembrance will be of support in your purpose. Do you want to tell us any specifics? Hmm. It's almost like more of their way of being that will be
Hmm.
supportive.
Okay. Yeah, because they are they're showing me like this connection to it always makes me feel like that movie Avatar. They're saying like the connection that they had to like the energetics of the earth.
I was gonna say they're showing me something about grids.
Yes. Like they're showing me like the way okay. It's interesting that they worded it this way. They're showing me like the way the land speaks.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay, and now I'm feeling this is like a deeper connection to the one, to unity, starting with like a feeling a deeper connection to Gaia and all of us on Gaia. I've done a few channel messages from the Lemurians and the Atlanteans that they were saying similar things of like we are all one on this earth grid.
Yes.
We're just existing in different levels of it. And it's like this remembrance coming back to all the other levels of it within our, like in an embodied way. And it's almost like doing your work from that perspective is going to be twice as,
Yes.
not probably more than twice as powerful or useful or. Hmm. They're saying we would like to speak through you now. Please make it light language. Oh no, they're not speaking light language. Hello? This makes me nervous. Kayla, you can do it. Kayla,
Don't be
buck up.
nervous. Just let it go.
Hello, we are the Lemurians, and we wish to bring to you an ignition of our essence or vitality. Hmm. Ah. Ah. Yes. Hello. Yes. Okay. Ushkritiia. Oara sea ushiarate. Grishia. Oarisi oshiriti kriio. Ora searata. Oshia arate. Oshia siarate. Kria oarete. Hmm. Hmm. Oshbata. Iarate. Oshia. Oarata. Grashi. Osia ara saratesh mbashara tearata kriya oshia sara tearata oara ushia uati ikrishi krii osha siti ishi oarate mbasharate alarate kriya sho usu mbash ikri iti oshi iti asa a Ush, krasi, ati, ortush, dashia, ishia, oshia, oshia, tegrishi, oshia, tegri, oshia, umbasha, umbasha, umbasharea, oshia, oshia, ush.
It was interesting. I saw this like shell breakaway. Okay, what is that? Hmm.
I can feel them being like, okay, that was like a Lemurian activation specifically for you.
That was interesting. So I saw that like shell breakaway and I said, okay, what is that? And they're speaking to like operating within the density of a human body, I guess. And they said like it would be what you refer to as ascension, so breaking away those densities of operating like within the human body. And then what they're kind of saying is, right, ascension, operating now from a place of that's not so dense. But they're not only referring to the physical vessel, they're referring to, I think, the light body as well.
Should we put a thing up on our? I'm just like, this is so much more fun when I just get to like do my thing and don't have to try to explain it. Should we put a
Yeah.
thing up that's like, people book with, you could book a 2-for-1 session
Yes.
where I
Kind
do
of.
this and Deana will
Yes.
explain it.
All right. I'm feeling like the Arcturians are kind of doing some work as well.
Because like they're readjusting you into this new, like upgraded vessel. They're like trying
Yeah.
to ha ha here this or oh, sorry, Jimmy, sorry. All right, I'm seeing the Emerald Ray. I think they're going to do something in the heart space. Oof. Yeah, okay. The Arcturians did this to me the other day. Are you doing the same thing? It's basically like, actually, I won't say, show me what you see as they do this.
Okay. Okay. It's almost like they're doing heart space, upper heart chakra as well. Okay. Show me what you're doing. Okay, they're saying that they have to elevate the capacity to operate from the heart space to that will be, they're saying like the receiver. So the receiver of the energies. Okay.
The clearance. They basically, how I feel is they like blasted it open.
Yeah.
It's how they've explained it to me for other people before is like, it's like in order to be at these higher levels of consciousness, your heart has to equally be open that level. There's a 3D level of the heart, 5D level of the heart. Your capacity is now
Yes.
there. And it's so it's like right now we're experiencing some releasing of some stuff that as a result.
They showed it to me like when bugs or like when they molt, they outgrow the shell they're currently in, so they have to molt so that they can expand.
Is that why I look like I'm molting like a freak? That's so funny.
I was like, that's an interesting analogy, but I'll take it because it makes sense. So they're saying like the heart space is molting to expand and be able to hold more. It's interesting because they keep referring to like, I guess previously the understanding of what the heart space could hold was like a physical aspect, but this is more energetic and light body.
They show me they're using like rain frequency, rain energy on it to help wash stuff away in here. It's connected to the throat too, though. Sorry for my weird sounds. Someone's about to play music.
It's okay.
They're saying this will help like deep in the heart is hand holding, which is nice symbol, like these two hands holding. It's like this allows for us to access that unity conscious, like we were talking about, that
Mm.
like oneness and the level that we need to be
Yes.
operating from in order to do this work.
They're showing me like an elemental of earth, like earth and elemental. It's like this rock being they're showing me. I'm like, okay, what does that mean?
They love to play music. Mm.
Hmm.
Hush. Ish. Arate. Ah. Ushia. Generally, they're still like cleansing in a way. There are different like just different like beings here helping with like
Mhm.
the kind of like a divine feminine energy right now cleansing.
It's funny because they showed me like rocking a baby. I'm like, okay, what does that mean? What's happening?
They're saying to me it's like stabilizing you in this new place. Mm. Oosh. Oosh. Ah, showing me like moon energy too, like moonlight energy, like emotions. Mm. Like the moonlight is casting its light over this flower.
Mm.
Um, so it feels to me like in this expansion, there are some things that are being illuminated, specifically
Okay.
divine feminine things being illuminated, that they're just helping come to life. So you can
Mm.
experience them, witness them. They're just supporting your process of like anchoring up in this higher place, which involves some, I guess, accelerated shadow work. Tell me what you're seeing though. That differs.
My guides are awfully quiet throughout this.
Well, I think that's because I think they're giving me information. So what they're saying, because this feels to me like you know how it is when it comes to like emotions of shadow or like this stuff of traditional energy work, like it's harder for you. But what they're showing me is that within the heart space, we open up divine feminine stuff, but the moon side of it, it was like it's spreading the stuff they're doing right now, it's spreading to come out the throat. And it
Okay.
feels like maybe it's this like need for expression of more of the darker feminine aspects of self that you know, because society says that you shouldn't don't yell at people, don't say what you need because you'll be a bitch, whatever. It feels like some of that stuff is coming to light and wants to be expressed.
Mm.
So if you need to yell at me, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
I don't feel very yelly right now, but
And it might be, this is what I always wonder. It's like, obviously keep it in mind if you feel it come up as you notice it, because we're working on the energetic grid level, emotional stuff may come later. But I
yeah,
guess I do wonder, like, in them pulling it out and stuff like that, because we're at this place where it's like, okay, ascension's here, are they just sort of doing it and you won't have to experience it?
I feel like
I don't
that
know.
is more in line with what because I feel like the emotional releases aren't as like climactic as I expect them to be because I
Mm-hmm.
feel like they kind of energetically do it.
Mm-hmm. I think it also just depends on what your soul wants to experience. If your soul's like, we still need to actually feel that before we can move on, then you probably
Yeah.
will. If it doesn't, then they're like, great, let's keep it moving.
Yeah.
Interesting how we did this. Feels like we're moving into some more energy center stuff now. Um, it's still in the heart because we might be moving though into the solar plexus a little bit here. Sort of the connection between the heart and the solar plexus. Oh, they said we were going to ask that she move her attention down to her sacral.
Okay.
Here, there's some tissue that needs to be revitalized. It's almost like, yeah, stuff we've been doing for people for the last couple months is like the sacral trying to go through an overall upgrade from the third dimensional sacral to the fifth dimensional sacral. And it's
Yes.
like the tissue in there, there's still third dimensional stuff that they need to like try to raise in some way. So, what is this going to entail? We are now opening the energy center.
I do feel like sensations there. It's like gentle tinkering.
It's showing me Jasmine. Why? The only song I know is a whole new world. I don't really know what else Jasmine represents, though.
Interesting. I just heard choices. Okay. What does that mean?
They're like squeezing some stuff out. I'm not seeing your ovary region, the diagram of the it goes around. Here's an ovary, goes around. Here's an ovary. They're just raising the overall frequency of it. They're vibrating it faster.
Yeah. Okay, maybe that's what I'm feeling. It feels like tingling, but not like
Yeah.
normal tingling. It's like,
They're like we're tuning it to the more aligned frequency. Now they're like stitching stuff up. All right, I'm seeing Michael down here. Why am I seeing Michael? I'm like, my hand is in your sacral. It's like we're in surgery. I think they're asking me, but let's go through. They're saying we ask that you relax this center. Oh, I was contracting a lot. They just like pulled something in. What was that? They like needed it to open up enough so they could pull something in.
Okay.
It's like someone needed to go in there to do the work from the inside. Is how they're showing it to
That's so funny. It's an inside job.
me.
Stop it.
They're bringing in feelings of comfort while they do this. This goes, it's like they had to go into the sacral, but this, wait, I was going to add on to your inside job. This goes way deeper than we thought.
Hmm.
Yeah, that kind of, that was funny. They're transmuting stuff from the inside. It's a, whatever the energy of the thing that went inside to do this work from the inside is like trickster energy. It keeps shifting its form.
Hmm.
Not in a bad way. That's just they're just silly
Yeah.
like that. Oh, it might be one of those nymphs.
I
It
was
looks
just
like
gonna
it.
say, I feel nymph energy. It was funny because they were like giving me swirling water. I'm like, okay, what does that mean? Tell me.
Yeah, sometimes they're just like, don't you get it? And I'm like, no, you're showing me a teacup. Why would I know what that means?
Yeah. Like when I think of swirling water, I'm like, toilet? Like, what? Anyways.
Okay, they're it's connecting. Okay, so it is a swirling thing. I think they're exactly right, swirling water. They're flushing stuff from the inside down, but now they're
Mhm.
here because they're showing me this core that's like spinning, 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 spinning. Now they're here on the back of the head. They're saying overall we are assisting with the transmutation process of any energy that's in dissonance, but the way they do it looks different,
Mhm.
depending on what area they're in. They're saying we are picking up on the rejection of certain energies, like leaving. Because again, what they do is they almost like, okay, here's the frequency. They're like playing this frequency. Anything that's in dissonance will start to be like, ugh, and like
Yeah.
leave. Hmm.
Okay, and now they're giving me like the example of like recoding a cute computer. Recoding.
Dope. Okay, I'm now like inside now. It's almost like OSHA's hands are surgery type hands are now inside your vessel. I think I'm holding your sacral area.
Mm.
Yeah, she's like rewiring stuff. Because it's hard because there's multiple people doing multiple things. So I think there's people doing recoding stuff, and she does like she just does like technician-y type stuff.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I feel like they're kind of doing multiple things at once, and I'm just like shifting my awareness between them.
Yeah. It's like something's contracting out, in, out.
It's interesting. They just showed me this image of like a tornado, like a twister, like moving toward me, but then they contained it somehow. I'm like, okay, tell me what that means. And they like redirected it. Okay, I'm like, okay, what are we redirecting? I feel like they're near my spine, and I'm like, okay, but I feel like this is more like the Arcturians, possibly Syrians.
What I was getting, what they were showing you was more of like a metaphor of like the work that they're doing it's like, I think they just want to make this point that it's realigning your energetic grid in a way that will like because at first they said like unaligned choices now won't be in
Yeah,
resonance with the energetic grid. So they're like retuning it to what your soul is calling in. Anything that like will sort of get you off the path of that or anything that's like not for you will be cleared out of the way by them restructuring this energetic grid. Or that's like seemingly, I
that
think they're
makes
just making a point to it, attracting
sense.
in more aligned stuff. See if you can get any info on the Syrians. I think because of my heavy connection to Syrians, for whatever reason, they're just waiting. It's like they're introducing me to everyone except for my actual Syrian guides and people. And I'm like, why are you doing that? It's like every other star system first. I have like first name basis, and then my Syrians, I only know Ocean. She's no offense.
So you want to know
But yeah,
who?
yeah, what Syrian energies are here?
Okay, they show me a pink rose. I'm like, okay,
They show me that all the time.
what? What does that mean? Okay, like, is that the name, Rose? What is this? I don't think they'll give me names, but there's a feminine Syrian.
So I think the roses and what I heard was like your connection to us is found within your heart because they show me rose for like heart stuff. And
Mm,
they basically then I was like, even more info. They basically were just like, I didn't want to say this because if you can get more awesome. But they basically were just like, because I get a little obsessive over like when I
yeah,
find out information about my guys, I think I don't know. I just feel the sneaky energy around it.
like it's been concealed like
Yeah.
on purpose.
Yeah, like until the time is right.
Yes,
Almost
that
like I'll get too caught up in like, okay, so what do you do? What do you like how do and it's like, okay, but we're focusing on this other stuff now and then
yeah, I think they're kind of just saying like don't pull your focus here too much.
Okay, I can feel it slowing down a little bit. Do you feel that as well?
I
I've not
do.
been. Okay.
I do.
I,
They kind of had me like step back. They're like, you need to kind of allow.
okay. You're the same to me finishing touches. And Timmy always comes on my lap when we're almost done
Aw.
for final grounding, right? Don't you, Juice? All right, something, yeah. This feels more like full channel, but it's all culminated here in the solar plexus area.
Mm.
It's like squeezing. Oh, wow. Oh, ah, okay. Ooh, okay. Ishia, o arse, arate kriya, o arasarashe. Ush. Isi arate arate ushutu kriya, onda sarashe arate kri ishi us umbasi arate. Ala shatokru ushu, ishi a os iti imbasi arate, shkrut ushia. Ushi arase aratesh, u arate kri ishi. Oshiara seara te kriishi. Ombasara te krishi. Oshi ata ush ut umbasiara te. Uara te krish. Grasaratesh. Ishia oaratesh. Urut krushmbashiara seara te. Oara sarate. Oara sarate krishi. Data ushit krush. Umbashara searatesh. Iaratesh. Urut krushum. Whoosh, whoosh, shh, shh, shh. Orte, ishia, osiarte, krishi. Whoosh. Ugh. Right before when I was just like, oh, it feels good. It's like in the solar plexus region was like this connector, this pad of all this light things, and they like flipped the switch on. It's like all the work they did was like a Christmas tree turned on. I was like, oh
Oh,
wow. Yeah.
activated.
Hmm. Ooh. Ha. Hish. Ora siarte. Ora te krimba siarte. Whoosh. It's like someone's going around doing a check. They're like inside
Mhm.
provider. They're going around doing a check and you're like, okay, hang on. Find a touch here, little touch there. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, I'm all of a sudden starving. So either I'm just hungry or they're saying that you may be uh, craving like hungrier for a little
Mhm.
bit, or you may require more
Okay.
energy fueling. Ooh, I can feel them. They're like really close around your head.
Hmm.
Wait. Usually I feel them in a different way. They're like all up, like obviously they've been inside our body before, but this
Yeah.
feels different. They're very I think they're saying they're giving you info, increased perception in general, perceptivity, your ability to perceive them in more stronger ways will
Yes.
be a result of this. Overall, like big frequency rays, they show me Statue of Liberty is my sign for frequency rays, and it went from here and then it got like big. So it was a big overall
Hmm.
frequency jump.
Okay, I feel like they're telling me like I may require more rest for this integration period than I have in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And my crown is tingling like crazy.
Guys, any other overviews of the work done that you want to share? Okay, they're showing me using a hand sanitizer. I think they're because at first they're trying to show me like spray paint. Oh, now that I say it out loud. I think they're saying this will help spark your like creativity as well. And not necessarily like, creativity in the way that we think of it in the 3D realm, but like your mm, and in the way of that, but more so like creator of your reality type of energy.
Okay.
Um you're saying okay, they're saying they did an overall cleanse as well. Like a deep cleanse. Okay. We accelerated her journey of ascension. Right. That's generally what we do. Okay. We activated dormant DNA. Okay. This is just kind of listing basic stuff. We accelerated her remembrance of purpose, stepping further into her light, into herself, understanding herself in a deeper way. Hmm. Shh. And lastly, they're showing like putting wings on you. Like this will help you step into this new place, be able to fly. Hmm. Whoosh. 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 Yeah, they're just saying overall like transformation.
Oh, I love it.
Whoosh. Okay. Anything else? Feels like we're pretty much done. Do you want to see if they have anything else they want to share through you?
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. It was like they showed me like like that and I was like, what does that mean? And they were talking about like parallel realities. Okay, what else do you have for me about that? Okay, I feel like this is a concept my human brain can't understand because they're showing me like parallel realities and how some of them have blended or merged.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're saying merging. closing out karmic loops, but almost as like the sort of the transmuting stuff and clearing stuff that we did not only supported you, this version of you, but also obviously we know like they'll like open portals so that it impacts
Yes.
across your quantum field.
That's kind of what I gathered, but I was like, okay, this is some deep stuff.
I guess my question with that is like, how does that overall impact your, I guess, because it works vice versa too, but how does it overall impact? Do they have anything to add to that with how that overall
How it will,
like impacts your ascension journey
um,
or
okay, let's see.
impact all of you, I guess?
Yeah. Okay, this kind of just feels like they're saying like highest timeline because they're showing
Yeah.
like this quantum split in the road. Um, it's interesting of light, and they're like having me go down this one path where it was kind of spidered out before, but they have all merged onto one. So this feels like they're saying highest timeline.
Whoa. Awesome.
Okay, any more information? Any and all information is helpful. Okay, let me see if this is a concept I can understand. It's like almost like what they're showing me is different versions of myself, past, present, future, all simultaneously happening at once. It's like they're showing me like fragments of my soul kind of joining together.
Mm. Yeah, like in reintegration, soul
Yeah.
reintegration.
Okay, and this could have something I know they had mentioned earlier of remembrance, but also like bringing in
Mm.
gifts from other like past lives or other timelines.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just okay, they keep saying like the fractals of the soul
Mhm.
that have been scattered will now combine and join to okay. Yeah, it's basically like achieve the highest outcome.
Yeah,
Makes sense. Okay.
that totally makes sense. And I love that. And that's like, right, those like more serious sort of activations came from a remembrance of like this one lifetime of mine. And
Mm,
so I feel like it's like that when you just merge them and call
yeah.
them all back, you just have all parts of yourself and access to more of your
Okay. That
gifts
makes
and for yourself.
sense. Interesting.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, I feel like all of the images they're showing me, like they're giving me like the gist of it, but I just feel like it goes so much deeper. But they're like, don't worry about the deeper stuff just yet. Because it feels like there's a lot of information they want to share, but they're like, here's the gist. Like, here's the cliff notes of what we're trying to say.
And because there were a couple times during this where I was like, oh, well, I wouldn't just, but like if we're moving back to like, there's no limit to the number of times you guys can do this. This will, like you can continue to do these sessions and sharing them. Um, Almost like save some for future times.
Yes. They're like, okay, you guys need to slow down. Um, no, I get that. I feel like I don't want to say I won't say that drained me more than previous, but I feel like they are like they keep saying like energy conservation.
They said she ensure allowance for time to rest and to like allow surrender to this work to like stabilize in. And I
Yeah.
will say both for myself and for like we did a session on Chelsea, like most people lately have been like wiped after these. I
Okay.
think the work they're doing is just much more intense for us now.
Yeah.
plus the external energies. So
I
yeah,
feel,
now you get an
yeah,
excuse to rest.
I know. And I will say, like, I don't, whatever eclipse happened, new moon, whatever it was, I went through such a shift with those energies. It like kicked my ass.
Really.
Kicked my ass. I'm like, holy crap.
I can't even remember. I swear to God, this has been the long, like, what's crazy is that the last year went by so fast. And then I feel like March hit, and we're like, when the hell is this month going to be over? We've been in this month for like a year.
Yes.
Do you feel like that?
Well, I feel like January was like that.
Oh,
February
really?
flew by, and I feel like March is going slower than February, but not as slow as January.